FAA are back. I came in this morning. I had a customer waiting for me at the door, and the FAA guy, Matthew, was also waiting for me at the door. I gave our customer his device. He had an LG monitor that we fixed for him. And then Matthew approached the window and he said that I saw both of your videos. I saw in video 2 you were irritated that I did not get back to you. I sent Matthew 2 emails asking if I'm clear to send the 2 Cessna boards that I fixed for the customer. If you recall the past 2 videos, in case you have not watched the last 2 videos about FAA, I fixed 2 Cessna motherboards that were mailed over by a customer of ours. Somebody snitched to FAA that I should not be working on those boards, safety concerns, who those boards belong to, and FAA paid us a visit.
My name is Matthew Arland with the FAA. Hi.
Hello.
A couple of my colleagues.
Hello.
Jeff.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm on. How you doing?
Hi. All right. Good.
Great.
And they wanted to know who sent those boards over. And to clear myself, I asked them, am I allowed to work on those boards as a technician that is not FAA certified? And they said 100%, no issues at all.
The first video we got, a lot of people saying you cannot work on those boards if you're not FAA certified. Only a certified person can work on them.
Repair stations are allowed to have what we call non-certificated contractors.
Yes.
And that would be like yourself. You're a non-certificated contractor.
Yes.
Sends it out to you. You fix it. It goes back, and then that repair station, and then the one was saying, they would provide the return to service.
I did do my research before working on those boards, and I'm 100% okay to work on those boards. FAA guys came in and they said they are concerned about safety. They want to know who mailed those boards over, if my client is certifying those boards or not, if they are being signed off before they go in a plane that's going to carry passengers, and all that stuff. I told FAA I cannot disclose my customer's information. That's private information unless we have a court's order, or if I'm obligated by law to give that information. I did not give any information, but I did offer my help. I said I still have the boards. We fixed one of the boards and I still have them. We did not mail those boards back to the customer, even though the customer paid for one of the boards. I'm going to hold on to the boards until we do more research. Maybe I can ask my customer some questions, and I will most definitely ask my customer to contact you so you can straighten this out. I emailed our client and I told him FAA paid us a visit, and he said, give me their name and number, I will call them. The customer had nothing to be afraid of. He said, this is normal procedure. I will call them to straighten this out. I sent Matthew, the FAA inspector, an email. He gave me his card. 3 people came in, and we had a lot of comments about why did 3 people have to come in? Is this where our tax money is going? This intimidation. They're trying to intimidate you and all that stuff. I did mention in video 1 that they came in with a smile on their face. In the title, I said busted. YouTube like to see those words so people click and view the video. And busted could mean a lot of things. So it's used in a way where it gets people's attention. When the customer wrote, I will call them, he followed up with another message and he said, I did leave a message and just waiting for them to follow up. Now we know the government is shut down in the US. Federal agents are not being paid, and we do not know if they still have a job at the time being because they're not being paid. I sent Matthew an email. Matthew is one of the inspectors that gave me his card. I still have his card on my bench. And he said to follow up with me on the email address that he has on the card or to call him. Now, our customer called Matthew and he did not get an answer. Being that the government is shut down and my customer was not able to reach Matthew or he left him a message, I just went directly to email. I sent Matthew an email and I told him that I reached out to my customer and he said that he called you. Please follow up with me so I know what to do with the boards. The customer already paid for one of the boards and I need to send it back. I did not hear back from Matthew. Day 2, if you check the last video I posted about the FAA update, I sent another email to Matthew and I told him again to just keep me posted on what's going on because I do not want to keep holding on the boards. I want to send the boards back to my customer. I did not hear anything back from Matthew. So I did video 2, which is FAA update, and I was furious. I was a little bit concerned that I did not hear back from FAA. All it takes is 5 seconds. Yes, we called your customer, everything is okay, proceed. I did not hear anything. What do? Send the boards back to my customer or hold on to those boards until I hear back from FAA? It may take a long time before I hear back from them if in fact government shutdown is affecting their communication. So I decided that I will ship those boards back. I have not shipped the boards back yet. Now this morning I came in and 2 people were standing in front of my door, a customer and Matthew from the FAA. The same Matthew that came in the first time. Matthew came to the window and he said, I saw both of your videos that you posted on YouTube, but the thing is I have not received any emails from you. I saw in the second video that you were a little bit upset that I did not get back to you. So I told Matthew, that's true. I was upset because I was expecting an email from you. The first time you came in, you were concerned about safety. You were concerned about those parts, how they are going to be used, if they're going to be signed off, if they're going to be certified, and all that stuff. I sent you 2 emails, and I did not hear back from you. He said, but I did not receive any of your emails. So I asked him, did my customer contact you? He said, yes. What's the outcome? He said, the customer gave him all the information. He cannot discuss things in details, but my customer gave him all the information, and everything is okay. Why didn't you send me an email telling me that everything is okay? Because I did not receive your emails. So I pulled my phone, I sent him the email from my Gmail account. I went to Gmail, I click on the sent message and I showed him, this is what I sent you. He looked at my phone and he said, you are missing a T. I said, T where? Matthew, double T, not 1 T. Oh man. All that time I'm waiting for his email and I sent the wrong person the email. I do not know where those emails went. I mean, if something is bouncing back, it has to go to some email on their server, FAA.gov. But he did not receive any of my emails. And when you look at the card here, it's Matthew, double T, and not 1 T. I had 1 T. He said, when your customer called, I called them back the next day because our customer probably called them on Friday night, or maybe it was the weekend. So Matthew said that he called them back the very next day. Matthew is 100% doing his job, and he did not get back to me because I sent the email to the wrong email address. I was upset with myself and upset with all the negative comments that the video received. People are harsh, and I told Matthew, were you upset by the comment? He said, no. I said, people do not like federal agents. People do not like government officials. And he said, it's okay. Everything is okay. So I told him everything is clear. Everything is good. And he said, yes. Very polite. Very nice person. He said, I read some of the comments and people mentioned intimidation. We came in threes so we can intimidate you. That's not the case at all. He said, I came in with my senior official and another person in case he does not know how to answer some of my questions. The senior guy can answer my question. And if you look at video 1, when I was asking questions, different people were answering different questions based on their expertise on who knows what. And also so that there is no misunderstanding. If he said something to me, I said something to him, there are witnesses on what was said. So he said it's normal procedure and it's not an intimidation factor. I accepted that, and I told him, I did mention in video 1 that you came in with a smile on your face. So I was not intimidated myself, but I started to think about it when viewers left comments, intimidation factor. I do not get intimidated easily. So Matthew cleared everything. He said everything is good with the customer. I cannot tell you what to do with the boards, but I did speak with the customer, and the customer is doing this for his customer, and everything should be okay. So Matthew said, if I have any questions, and I told him the customer mentioned something about Part 91, where if somebody owns a private aircraft, they are free to install a non-signed off or a non-certified part on that aircraft. Is that true? Part 91, because some people in the comments, they said your A&P tech does not know what he's talking about. You cannot install a non-certified part on any aircraft, even if that aircraft is private, it's not carrying passengers. A lot of people have different opinions. You do not know who to believe. You do not know who's right, who's wrong. Everybody is an expert when it comes to YouTube comments. So you cannot take everything seriously when you are reading comments. Some people know what they're talking about and others do not know what they're talking about. So I asked Matthew that same question. And he said, based on what you think, no, it has to be signed off and it has to be checked as a working part before it's installed on an aircraft. We had a customer that came in a few days ago. He's a producer. He brought in some audio and video equipment for us to fix. And he mentioned that he saw our FAA video and he said that he is a pilot himself. And he said, I asked him, can you install non-signed off or non-certified parts in your aircraft without being checked by anybody? He said, I do it all the time. It does not have to be signed off if it's my plane. I'm not using it to carry passengers. Matthew's response was, that should not happen. It should be checked and signed off. I told Matthew, I shook his hand. I apologized for this being my fault because I sent the emails to the wrong person. And I told Matthew, thank you very much. I really appreciate taking the time to come here. And he did mention that they are not being paid right now because of the government shutdown. So he made the trip all the way here on his own time. He's not even getting paid for his time. As long as the government is shut down, FAA agents are not being paid. So that's one other thing that also made me feel bad. Anyway, I shook his hand and he left. I'm sitting doing some paperwork in my office and he came back after a few minutes. And he said, the Part 91 question that you asked me, your customer may be right about if somebody can install a non-signed off or a non-certified part in a private aircraft. He said, they may be right about Part 91. It depends on what type of aircraft they have, or it depends on the scenario. So he did not give me 100% definite answer, but he said it's possible. So our customer, being an A&P tech, he said that's okay if we do that. And my customer that came into our shop a few days ago, the producer, he told me the same thing. I'm allowed to install a non-signed off part in my aircraft. It's my aircraft. He's also right. Again, I thanked Matthew for taking the time to come here and clear things up. The only reason why Matthew came into our shop today is not because I sent him emails. He never received any of our emails, but he came in because he watched video 2, FAA update, how I was frustrated that we did not hear back from FAA. He took the time to come to our shop, even though they're not being paid currently, to clear things up. I really appreciated his visit. I told him, I appreciate what you are doing. You really went over the top. I shook his hands and he said, if I have any more questions. I said, yes, I want you to help me get certified so I can work on those boards as an FAA technician. He said, send me an email and he's going to help me through the process. A lot of good outcomes from his visit. I thanked him and apologized at the same time. That's the update. We can consider this case closed. Maybe I'll do another video when I get certified. But for now, we're going to end the video right here. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.
That's not here.
I do apologize. I know that you've been trying to get a hold of me. I have not received any of your.
It's okay.
I only knew that you emailed because I scrolled around the night and I saw that you made a new video. You've already divulged in your other video that yes, he is an AMP and he is an IA, but he is not. How do I put this? Just a parts broker.
Parts broker.
So he's got parts from all different types of aircraft, right? And he just sells those items to other individuals as is. Part 14, Part 91, which is just, think of it like the rules of the road, but for aircraft.
Okay.
So it's just the basic rules that everybody has to abide to as far as general aviation.
But 91 does not give him the right to install it in a private plane, even if that plane is not experimental.
That is correct.
Okay.
If it's experimental, it's a little bit different. You can kind of do weird things.
Okay.
But as far as 91, whatever parts you're going to put in that aircraft, it has to be type certificated for that airframe. And that's basically saying You can't go to AutoZone and get a Duralast alternator and put it in your Cessna,
Right.
right? Because nobody has vetted that part. Nobody has ensured that that part is going to meet the standards. That's the issue.
Okay.
The AMP or the responsible party has to use their diligence to ensure that that has been tested, whether they have their own approved data or they send it to Cessna or Textron. They need to ensure that that part meets the testing standards before they can stick it into the aircraft.
I see. So what does it take to be certified, to work on a board and certified as a good board to go?
145 repair station, you're going to put in an application. You're going to apply for a specific part. Maybe you want to do de-icing boards for Cessna, right?
Right.
You have to show us that you've got all the equipment to fix it properly, which you probably have, right? You just may not have the testing equipment. Okay. You have to get a hold of that. You get a hold of the reference data from Textron or Cessna or whoever, right? You need to have some sort of approved data that you can test your work to, and then that can legally go out with an 8130 or whatever to an aircraft owner operator. Again, with the emails, when I sent you emails initially before the first visit.
So the email you sent it where? Through what? Through the website?
Through your website.
So it goes to Dolly, who's responsible for customer service. It doesn't go directly to me.
Got it. For whatever reason, I don't know why I'm not getting your emails, right? That's the only reason why I showed up, because I saw that you were a little upset.
And I was expecting just a simple message from you. Okay, everything is clear. The customer wants the board back. He already paid for it. You on one side, being a federal agent, and them on another side. So I want to respect both. I wanted to get the okay from you. That's all I wanted to do.
I do appreciate that. Thank you. Right. One of the things is intimidation, right? I have no intent to intimidate you.
That's
He's got the knowledge to ask or answer some of the technical questions that I may not know, right?
Okay.
So that we're not going back and forth.
So one of them is a senior official.
Yeah.
And there's you.
Yep.
And the third person.
We're all inspectors.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, we're all inspectors. So yeah, we're not trying to intimidate you. There was somebody.
I did not see it as intimidation, but people saw it that way. Why speak people? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Now you know.
Yeah, I just want to show you what email I sent it to, because here,
yeah,
that's where it was mailed to.
Oh, that's why. You're missing a T.
No way.
Yeah.
With it's
double.
If it's a double T, it's my mistake. You see where the misunderstanding can happen?
Yeah, he called me on day one, for example, and I returned his call on day two.
Okay.
So I may have contacted you right after he called me. I responded on the following day. That's why.
All right. So I'm glad that everything is sorted out, and I'm very glad that you came in here. The only reason you came in is because you did not get an email and you saw that we sent you a message.
I saw a video, and it looked like you were a little irritated.
I was.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, oh no. I checked my junk mail. I checked everything. I thought I'd just come in.
100% my fault. I missed it. It's on me.
That's quite all right.
Matthew, thank you so much for coming, man. I really appreciate it.
Do you have any other questions?
No questions for now. Anything, I'll make sure I send you an email to the double T.
And then as far as the boards, again, I can't tell you what to do or not to do. That's
right.
And I mean, it sounds like you already know that you are not on the hook or liable.
Yes, yeah. He buys a part. I did not ask him what part, but I told him, if you want to put a part in your aircraft and that part is not signed off, can you do it? He said, I do it all the time. Private use plane, right?
He's wrong.
He's wrong.
He's wrong. Yeah. So when you're installing a part, it needs to be TSO. It needs to have a PMA. It needs to conform to a standard, and it needs to meet the type design of the aircraft.
So even if it's his plane, he's not flying it for business. He's not making money out of that plane. He still has.
I'll give you an example, right? So there's a United Parts altimeter, right? Altimeter just tells you how high you are in the sky. Right? Let's say there's an old altimeter that's TSO'd, right? It's already been certified, a TSO tag on it. It already meets the standard. He can put that in his aircraft, but he has to test it. He has to make sure it works. He has to do a 411, 413.
Tested by somebody who's qualified to test it.
Right.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that part, it's legal, right? It's serviceable. He can put it in his aircraft, but it needs to be tested.
Okay. Got it.
That's how that works. It's just a small example.
That makes sense.
You'd be surprised. It's part of why I'm an inspector, right? Everybody wants to spend all this money to fix Maserati, their Mercedes, their G-Wagon. but they don't want to spend any money.
You mentioned the
with
same thing the
their
first time you
aircraft.
came. I told you, why would somebody take a non-signed off part and put it in an aircraft? And you said you'll be surprised.
It happens
So
all
it
the
looks
time.
like people do it.
They do it.
Yeah. Matthew, thank you so much for coming in, man.
Thank you.
It's on me. You know, whatever fault happened is on me. It's the team.
Oh, don't worry.
And
about
I
it.
was
Don't worry about it.
expecting an email from you. I was
No, don't worry about
frustrated, and it's on me.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's my
about
fault.
it. No, I appreciate
All
the
right.
apology.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. If you have any more questions,
I'll let you know.
email
Okay.
or the phone calls work as well.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you
Thank
for coming
you.
in, man. Thank you.
Hey,
Hello.
I just wanted to backtrack real quick.
Yes.
Because I made a comment that may not be correct. Your friend who's doing 91 stuff,
Yes.
without me knowing specifically the aircraft, what's going on, if it's experimental, standard 91, he may be correct.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
there's a lot of differences
Because
in
he's
there.
an AMP tech, so I'm.
Oh, I have an AMPIA as well.
Okay.
If it's an experimental aircraft, Part 91, there's a lot more weird things you can do.
Okay.
The
Okay.
rules are much more lax.
Okay.
So
So it's possible that he can.
he could be right, yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know what his aircraft is. It's experimental.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for coming in. You went over the top with this.
Well,
Thank you so much.
yeah,
Thank you, Matthew.
We're not here to
No,
hurt
I really
people.
appreciate it.
We're trying to help people.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
With just the interest of maintaining public safety.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, Matthew.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
Better